Hi, Jen here from Jen Michelle Coaching, and today I want to talk about 3 ways in which you can build emotional attraction. For those of you new to my channel, I would love to invite you to subscribe. I release a video weekly. Emotional attraction is really the foundation of a relationship. That's what allows love to flourish, to thrive, to last, and just truly sustain the test of time. So let's go over 3 ways to build this in partnership where when the masculine is around you, he really connects to the essence of who he is and really just feels more in your presence. Number 1, your body language and your level of vulnerability. Pay attention to the way in which you're showing up to life and love, really in any stage of a relationship. For those of you in a relationship, maybe you're just rushed and you're frantic and you're juggling all of life's responsibilities and your body language is just communicating not available or no time to enjoy. There's no sort of sense of presence to the way in which you're handling yourself throughout the day. And so maybe your body language is subtly communicating an energy of being closed off or of being stressed or of not allowing things in because you're in this mode of go. And so I think that that's one of the biggest things that I see. So when we're talking about like being open in terms of the body, we're really checking in with ourselves. First, where are we breathing? Are we breathing through the chest? Or are we breathing through the belly? Because of course, if we're breathing through the chest, we're gonna be more stressed and we're gonna be faster and quicker and kind of in that more efficient, let's get this done type of mode. But when we bring the breath lower, we're kind of just inviting in a level of presence and openness that wasn't there before. And so even just this little subtle switch can be a really powerful way of slowing down and communicating that open feminine energy in any stage of love or partnership. Noticing parts of your body where you're holding stress or tension and just open it up. Biggest thing is like hunching forward and just kind of opening your shoulders up, opening your chest up and having that like open heart in your posture. It really does sort of invite your energy to then follow the cues of the body. Your level of vulnerability is really important too. How do you show up in those moments where you're taken off guard or you feel a little less emotionally safe or a little less certain? I'm not talking about emotionally unsafe in a way that where you actually need to take action, but I'm just talking about those moments of discomfort where you feel a little bit less prepared. Like, how do you show up to those moments? Are you allowing yourself to breathe through them, or do you quickly cover it up with maybe some sarcasm or a joke or a laugh or brushing something off where you look a certain way, and as a result of trying to maintain that persona or appearance, another person really can't like know you or tap into who you are underneath that. And so just kind of notice those subtle ways in which you may avoid vulnerability, uncertainty, or discomfort, and allow yourself to really be present in those moments and maybe even bring voice to it or just allow it to sort of pass without having to do something to fix it or look a certain way, because this is so subtle and it happens so quick, but it's really a beautiful and powerful way to invite in connection and let another person know that you're comfortable in your own skin and you're not afraid to have those moments of openness and not knowing how to handle yourself perfectly, right? This is a really, really important practice. And the more you show up to it, the more you'll notice all those subtle ways in which you cover up. Number 2, don't force it. Emotional attraction cannot be forced. And so it is just about allowing. And when we're allowing and we're moving sort of from force to allow, we can have the ego get triggered and kind of have all kinds of stories that come up as a result of that new space we've created. What have we made silence mean? What do we do in those moments where we have nothing to do or nothing to say, and we simply are being invited to just be and to move through it in a different way? This is really that shift from force to flow, where we just meet the moment head on. We are self-adjusting and really recognizing that we're enough, that we don't have to do anything, that we don't have to prove anything, and we're tapping into that beingness that lives underneath. And so we are just letting things flow, and we're catching any stories that we're creating along the way that we don't know to be true, and really self-adjusting so our ego isn't stepping in to overcompensate in a way that doesn't align with us connecting and tapping deeper into our feminine energy. Number 3, assess how you actually feel. What I mean by this is check in with yourself frequently. Check in and see what's going on inside. Most of the time, many are directed outward, thinking about, what's going on outside of them, who they need to be, what the other person's mood is, what's going on with them, and then figuring out what they're going to feel as a result of that. But really set this intention of how do I want to feel, which maybe just means taking those moments to check in with yourself. What's my heart rate? Where am I breathing? Am I clenching areas that don't need to be clenched? What's my internal experience? Am I self-abandoning, or am I staying present for myself? You're checking in consistently, and you're approaching your love life, whether you're dating or in a relationship, from this self-adjusted space of wholeness, of self-validated, self-approved, so that this is taking the lead. And when you do this, the other person can feel that inward focus and that self-adjustment of you being more and more comfortable in your own skin. And this ends up very much being mirrored back to us, because we are holding that space and we are relaxing into who we are, versus trying to sort of lean it forward and step in to do something or figure out what needs to be done to make him behave a certain way, or to make him love us or show the affection, whatever it is, the need, whatever the need is underneath what you're doing. So you're really, really taking those moments to connect. I hope these 3 tips are helpful to you in your situation. Please subscribe to my channel for more content in regards to love and relationship. And I also invite you to subscribe to my mailing list at jenmichellecoaching.com. I'll actually link it directly below, where you can download my complimentary guide, Tapping into Your Divine Feminine Essence, as well as just receive my jam-packed newsletters that have tons of helpful tips and tools in them. Look forward to seeing you next week, and have a beautiful day.